We're glad you're with us this week, and of course, welcome to our newest subscribers. Have fun exploring the series we built over the last year and settle in with the rest of the crowd. We have something a bit special this week. We've profiled another indicator back in December of 2022 from the same guy, so you know we're going to get a quality tool. We're also making some changes to the data stream this video, which we'll get into shortly. So dim the lights, get comfortable, and savor this educational moment. We were so enthusiastic about this indicator, we immediately set out to record it. But in our haste, we neglected to make a couple of changes to the video, so we scrapped it, as we wanted to display the chart in the video as we do in the blog. That being the case, we brainstormed a little something different. As you know, in the past we record about 8 hours of live market on the 1-minute time frame, which serves our intention of demonstrating how the indicator reacts with price. But what if we had a way of doing something similar on the daily time frame, which is where we trade? Obviously, we can't get a year's worth of live data. We'd grow old creating these technical analysis videos, and it would be a year before the next one. So we came up with a plan. Hear me out. We determined how to display the chart on the platform using the same visuals to record 2 years' worth of data, approximating the pace we normally set our 1-minute chart, as to the default settings are rather long. Since the data from our broker is fixed history, we're going to get a very close approximation of what real time would have looked like. Close enough for our purposes. Remember, we're not offering trading or financial advice, just pointing out potential trade signals using the tools we have at our disposal. So, in this technical analysis edition, we're going to try just that. Okay, let's continue. This week, we're going to take a look at a below chart, midline, confirmation indicator. This indicator started its life as another overbought, oversold oscillator, but you know how we roll. We're just not into those, and we make them our own because at the heart of this indicator, there is still so much there for us technical traders. In any event, we're going to take a look at the Trend Intensity Index created by MHP. We showcased an indicator from this gentleman back in December 2022 called the Trend Continuation Indicator, and it too was a confirmation indicator. Who knows? Maybe you can make these your C1 and C2 in your algorithm. It phased into existence in the June 2002 issue of Stocks and Commodities magazine. Let's swan dive into the pool and see what we can see before we get to the analysis. Make sure you stick around to the very end of this video. We're going to reveal some very important information from our testing results. You definitely do not want to miss this public service message. But first, we had to mention some of the wonderful things we found in our inbox this week. We received more assistance from our friend Neil. Thank you very much. We also received a suggestion from another generous guy named Dennis, which led us on a bit of a hunt, and we may have found something really cool for next week. VP and I are taking a close look at it to determine if it meets the criteria for the profile series. That being said, please continue sending your brilliant proposals to stonehillindicator@gmail.com, and as always, thank you for all that you do. Okay, here we go. A different time frame, a different methodology, but the same objective. Exhibit how the indicator reacts with price. Get ready, steady, call down to the engine room for warp speed. Alrighty then, we have our first long signal as the yellow line crosses our blue midline. And a quick loss, no big deal. Write it up in your trusty journal and move on. Let's see where this short signal takes us. Let's pause here for a moment. We're currently in a very long downward movement in price, and our indicator is still below our midline, even though it disappears. So what does that mean? A couple things. You could adjust your midline as the market changes, or just leave it based on what you use it to enter the trade. Okay, we finally got a long signal. Depending on what your algorithm would have done, you could have been out and back into that protracted downward trend multiple times. What a great trend. That would be more than a trip to the beach. That would be probably 2 weeks in Fiji. But since we're watching the screen together, let's just see where this fresh signal goes. A nice run to the upside. Maybe another trip. What did you have in mind? I'm thinking maybe Aruba. All right, let's come back to class now and see where this short signal takes us. Well, that's totally not helpful, but it's what the market does. No beach trip for you. Mark it up and move on. Let's see what happens now. There was a slight run up before that retracement. Depending on your take profit levels, you could have banked some pips. Next signal. Let's go. That was just ugly. Good thing we're using a lot more than just one indicator to trade with. Don't forget, we're looking at default settings at work here. You're probably going to want to tweak it for better market reactivity. There was a little pop right after the entry, and we're looking at the daily time frame here, so there might have been a quick trade to the upside before that big retracement. Make the journal entry, and we'll watch whatever we can on this last signal before moving on. And now we ask you, did the video do the indicator justice? We ran both the 1 minute and the daily time frame videos side by side during our research, and we believe the daily time frame video did a fine job. We did have to make a few changes in the settings menu to display the indicator this way, and we've done the step-by-step in the blog to show you which changes were made so yours can look the same. Of course, you can get this prize for yourself after watching the video and reading the blog by heading over to the indicator library on the Stonehill Forex website for free and take it for a spin. After making some tweaks, we were very happy with the results. More on that shortly, but first, we've got to make our disclaimer. We will not give you financial advice. Not in a box, not with a fox, even if he's wearing fancy sweat socks. We're in the business of empowering all of you to take your financial future into your own hands. No gimmicks, no tricks, no scams. To shorten the journey from here to there, go to the Stonehill Forex website. You'll find a trove of free resources, a truly amazing deal with Blueberry Markets for non-US traders, and a landing page for information to get you started. Naturally, our gem is the No Nonsense Forex course, where we and VP spent over a year and a half streamlining it into a weekend course. He's even personalized it with a welcome message. We've got a brief description of each lesson module on the site for your review. If you have any questions, we've got answers. We're only an email away. Don't forget to sign up for the periodic digest we put out each month. You can sign up right on the website from any of the blog pages, or just click on the email list tab at the top of the page on our website. If you want to get last month's digest, email dan@stonehillforex.com with the title Latest Digest Please in the subject line. You'll have it within 24 hours. We're also on Facebook, answering all kinds of Forex questions on Quora, and of course generating more helpful YouTube videos on our channel. Go to the website. We think you'll find something helpful there. Now the reveal. In our testing, we encountered something we've never seen before. We actually had 100% win-loss rates with the Euro-US dollar pair on both the daily and 4-hour time frame and on the gold daily time frame. Granted, the number of trades was a bit off from what we normally look for, but in this instance, the accuracy was amazing. We don't cherry-pick charts, trades, settings, or indicators. The numbers are the numbers. We test what we get, and we get what we test. Now, go forth, trader friends, and download this little gem and get busy with your own testing. Our only goal is to make you a better trader.